From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us tonight. Happening right now, a very large emergency response in Carlton County near the Line 3 pipeline. Emergency crews are currently about 3 miles west of Black Bear Casino off of Highway 210. And that's where we find CBS 3's John Cardinelli. He's live for us tonight. John, what do you know so far?
Well, it's a very, very active scene out here right now. You can see down the highway here, there is just tons of police and tons of ambulances. I'm going to come and walk this way. We're going to get closer to the scene and what's going on. You can see here we have Fond du Lac police that have responded. We have the Carlton County sheriffs that have responded. And you can take a look down there. That's the Line 3 construction zone. Again, more ambulances, and there appears there's some sort of apparatus moving up and down. Now, I spoke with the responding officer out here, and he told me that they've been out here since 3 o'clock. He did not confirm with me whether or not anyone is injured. And now we do know that Line 3 has caused a lot of controversy. And while I was out here, I came across some protesters who tell me someone is sitting on the line.
He climbed on top of the pipe that they were laying into the ground, and he has been on the pipe since approximately 3 o'clock this afternoon, refusing to move, refusing to get down.
And again, we cannot confirm with the police authorities that have responded here whether someone is in fact on the line. That is just what we heard from a protester that is out here. We're going to continue to follow the situation out here and let you know what is going on as more develops. For now, I'll send things back to you in studio.
It's certainly a very active scene there, John. We'll wait to confirm more information and obviously, as you said, update people if and when we learn more. John Cardinelli live for us in Carlton County tonight. Thanks, John. A new push for the legalization of marijuana. It's been something many Minnesota DFLers have been working to do for years. And today in St. Paul, there's a renewed effort to get it done, with the bill introduced in the House that would allow adults 21 and older to purchase cannabis. But as CBS 3's John Cardinelli found out, the road to legalization may still face challenges.
Minnesota Democrats are once again pushing to legalize recreational marijuana.
By moving to a regulated system where we allow people to buy it, we let them know what they're getting, we control the way it's processed and used in our communities, the better off we're going to be.
That's House Majority Leader and DFLer Ryan Winkler. He says criminal justice reform is the bill's biggest goal, not recreational use.
We can expunge criminal records and make sure that people who've been caught up in the system in the past are able to move on.
But the push for the legalization of marijuana in Minnesota has been going on for several years, and it's not been easy.
The worry over how to enforce a complicated marijuana law is what has kept the state from legalizing it.
Northern Minnesota political analyst Aaron Brown says he believes the bill will pass in the House, but may face some challenges once in the Senate.
The question is whether Paul Gazelka and the Republican Senate are interested in passing it. They've been hesitant to do so in the past.
And for that reason, Brown believes it may take some time before the state of Minnesota sees change.
I think we're within 2 to 4 years of it passing. Like I said, if we Minnesota don't do it in 2 to 4 years, there's a reasonable chance the federal government might.
But lawmakers in Minnesota still remain hopeful that they can get the job done this year.
I expect as we move this bill through the House, we will gain Republican support and have a bipartisan bill at the end.
Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader and Republican Paul Gazelka said they're focused on balancing the budget and recovering from the pandemic. Nationally, Republicans are pitching their own COVID relief bill. Their $600 billion plan is about 1/3 of the size of the president's nearly $2 trillion package. Both plans call for $160 billion for COVID vaccine distribution, testing, and PPE supplies. The GOP proposal includes smaller stimulus payments with a lower income cutoff and lower weekly unemployment insurance payments. Meanwhile, Democratic leadership has invoked a move that could allow the president's plan to clear the Senate with just a simple 51-vote majority. And let's get a quick look at the weather. Dave, a lot of us saw some snow this weekend, some of us considerable amounts, but where I'm at, a lot of it already melted. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're in the western neighborhoods of Duluth, right, Tony? And up towards the Iron Range. Well, Kristen reported just a dusting towards Chisholm in her neck of the woods. But for other towns, especially on the North Shore, we got some better totals. Silver Bay hit 8, Two Harbor 6.5, Kenwood neighborhood in Duluth 4.5 inches, Leonidas just west of Eveleth 3.5, into Wisconsin over by Red Cliff almost 3, Tower Sedan 2.5, Superior on the lower end of the spectrum at 1.5 inches, and Bayfield there was as well. There's another chance of snow coming our way probably by Thursday, but from now until Wednesday, cloudy and mild will rule the day, but with a pair of lows coming our way from the west, it's a 60% chance for the snow. Once we get towards Thursday, short-term forecast quickly shows Tuesday will be warmer than normal, but I've got a hint that a really big Arctic outbreak will make it much colder than normal come the weekend, and I'll give you the details in a few more minutes.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Dave. Tonight, we're exploring why people in northern Minnesota could be on the hook for helping the Twin Cities recover from this summer's riots and more in this week's Capitol Rundown. In Minnesota tonight, we're learning more about Governor Tim Walz's budget plans. The $52 billion proposal was released last week. Operating under a projected deficit, the governor has proposed raising taxes on Minnesota's highest earners and biggest companies to increase revenue. Also tucked into the document is an ask for $150 million to be used to help the Twin Cities recover from the riots last summer over the death of George Floyd, who died while in police custody. More than $500 million in damage was done to at least 1,500 properties. Freshman State Representative Spencer Igo from Grand Rapids says he does not support earmarking the $150 million, and neither do his constituents.
That was something that a lot of us in northern Minnesota took as almost a slap in the face. We're struggling up here. Our bars and restaurants have been struggling. Our small businesses have been struggling. And now instead of, cutting back on programs and not increasing our corporate tax, we're going to instead take $150 million out of the budget and allocate it to riots that occurred in the Twin Cities. And I just know from the calls I've been getting and the emails I've been getting, that is not the appetite for our Northland community.
In Wisconsin, as the pandemic continues, lawmakers are trying to extend the state's tax filing deadline. In 2020, the typical April 15th date was extended into July. The bipartisan bill is currently sitting in committee. It does not lay out a specific date at this time, but it does say individual income tax returns and tax payments would be due at a later date than the normal deadline. Moving over to Michigan, a harsher penalty for those who knowingly make false crime reports. Senate Bill 62 says those who falsely report a crime based solely on the race of the alleged perpetrator could face some stiff fines. A first offense could result in a $1,000 fine and 50 hours of community service. A second offense would be a felony punishable by 2 years in prison and/or a fine of $2,500. If there's a piece of legislation you want us to look into, send an email directly to me at amat@cbs3duluth.com, and we'll dig into it for you. And be sure to tune in Mondays at 10 for the Capitol Rundown. Minnesota's governor says a large-scale vaccine clinic is coming to Duluth. While we still wait for some key details on that clinic, CBS 3's Ryan Campo takes a look at what folks 65 and older can expect.
After a successful 2-week pilot program testing the concept of community vaccination clinics, a new large-scale site is coming to Duluth.
Permanent community vaccination clinics will enable us to build up the ability to handle even more capacity in the coming months as vaccine supply increases.
State health leaders say the goal is to help seniors get vaccinated in their own communities.
The combination of our proven, reliable network of providers all across the state, supplemented by these community sites, will help us to be ready and help us to crush COVID-19 and get Minnesotans vaccinated quickly and safely as that supply builds.
Governor Walz also announced the state plans to distribute more vaccines.
We've allocated 35,000 doses of COVID vaccine to the combination of healthcare provider sites and community vaccination sites around the state for this week.
There's also a new web tool to help those eligible for the vaccine find a clinic close to where they live.
We do have a link to that tool on our website. We're still waiting to learn where this new clinic will be located in Duluth, how many doses will be available, and how people can make an appointment. We did reach out to the DEC to see if they've been approached by the state to host the clinic. They said they have not yet been notified. St. Luke's Hospital has begun vaccinating another round of people. They started vaccinating those 65 and older on January 22nd. As of Friday, hospital leaders say they have given about 6,000 people the shot. If a patient is eligible, hospital staff will call them to make an appointment. Hospital nurses and volunteers are administering the Pfizer vaccine.
To be a part of history and to help people. They're very happy to receive it. They're glad that they've gotten called. They want to get back to normalcy.
Little poke, 1, 2, 3.
The clinic is open by appointment only from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Mondays through Friday. While the hospital is vaccinating primary care patients 65 and older, they say they are prioritizing people who are 75 and older right now. Hospital staff say the goal is to vaccinate 400 people per day. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 saliva testing site at the DEC is expected to keep operating through the end of May. That's according to the DEC's interim executive director, Roger Reinert. He told us the state signed a new lease for Pioneer Hall recently. The lease says the space can be used for COVID-19 testing or vaccine distribution. By the way, the clinic is now closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 as the temperature continues to drop in the Northland. Ice is beginning to form on Lake Superior. But is it safe? We'll have the details next.
Today's high temperature of 25 degrees at the airport in Duluth is warmer than normal by 5 degrees. Will stay warmer than normal probably through Thursday, but then by Friday and the weekend, an Arctic chill is coming our way. We'll talk about the low temps coming up after our break.
Local news and local weather here on CBS 3.
To top the bargain shop.
When you want new furniture with styles that are nice, and we've made very special buys that are always the right price.
Now in all home furniture stores.
Got a big stop at the bargain shop.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home. We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Even if you don't smoke, smoking-related illnesses cost you $593 every year. See how much we're all missing at missingitmn.org.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
When you want a great deal on mattresses,
Got a big stop at the bargain shop.
how about a twin mattress for $58 or a queen mattress for just $149?
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
February is here, January's wrapped up, and it was a warmer than normal month. Departure from normal mean, plus 7.7 degrees. The warmest day hit on the 13th. 38 degrees was achieved at the airport in Duluth. Coldest day, January 28th, low 14 degrees below zero. Come the weekend, we're going below once again, 10, 15, even 20 below around the Twin Ports. Of course, farther inland towards International Falls, places like that, probably a lot colder. But first, we've got a chance for some snow coming our way, along with this warm spell continuing for a couple more days. And right now it's fairly warm at the airport in Duluth at 19 above. Relative humidity 77%. North-northwest winds running 3 miles per hour right now, so not much of a wind chill factor out there. Air pressure staying high at the surface at 30.39 inches of mercury, but up aloft there are some troughs of lower pressure influencing us in a cloudier way. Okay, current temperatures, still not too bad out there for places in the Upper Peninsula. Lower 20s for Watersmeet and Ironwood. Low to even mid-20s in northwestern Wisconsin. La Pointe, 25 degrees. Superior, 22. 21 for Moose Lake, 18 in Cloquet. 19 to even 27 degrees up the North Shore. And Iron Range numbers are still in the upper teens above zero, but after a few hours, surface temperatures will cool. Inland parts of our region could drop into the single digits. Lakeside communities in the teens, but at least they'll be above zero readings. For now, come the weekend, it will chill down. Doppler map right now doesn't show any major action going on out there, just a couple of snow showers here and there from the tail end of a low-pressure system that brought that weekend snow, and the fore end of a low-pressure system set that's coming our way to set us up for a chance for some snow on Thursday. Now, in between, for Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have a cloudier sky, perhaps, but it should be dry. It's once we get into Thursday, these two lows will cross our bow and kick up a 60% chance for what I think is about 2 to 4 inches of snow, very similar to what we had over the weekend. Then when that passes on Friday, the Arctic chill comes to call. It could be a lobe of the polar vortex coming our way, so temperatures are going to go downwards, below zero like I mentioned, at least through the weekend and into Monday as well. So let's fire up the 7-day forecast and check things out here. Tonight in Minnesota, cool but not bitterly cold, lows from about 7 to 12, mostly cloudy with a few flurries. Wisconsin, Michigan, low temps 9 to 15 there, mostly cloudy with flurries. And then tomorrow, we could get partial sunshine in Wisconsin and the UP in the afternoon, with high temps in the upper 20s to about 30. Minnesota numbers go from mid-20s to upper 20s with partial sunshine. Partial sunshine, though, that by Wednesday becomes a mostly cloudy sky. And then for Thursday, there's our 60% chance for the 2 to 4 inches of snow and a high temp of 30, which breaks away and gives way to only 10 above Friday. Then 10, 15, 20 below for the Twin Ports. Saturday through Monday, Tony. Oh, boy, probably 20 to 30 below farther inland. But it is February. You know, tomorrow is the 25th anniversary of Tower setting the record low temp in Minnesota at minus 60. Yeah. So minus 30 is only half of that.
Little controversy about that record, though, as you know all too well, Dave.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about it again tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
We'll look forward to that. Thanks, Dave. Well, with some of the cooler weather in the past few weeks, ice has begun to form on Lake Superior. That has many ice anglers itching to get out there. But CBS 3 meteorologist Peter Kavikauskas explains why ice fishing on Lake Superior is particularly dangerous right now.
Over the past few days, ice houses have started to pop up on Lake Superior in Duluth. Captain Jared Houston, an ice fishing guide on Lake Superior, says this is especially dangerous.
There's not safe ice anywhere in Duluth. That ice comes very, very scarce. I mean, maybe we're lucky once every 10 years if we get it. For whatever reason, we've got it a few times in the last 10 years, but you can never bank on safe ice in Duluth ever.
Josh Ennis with Marine General agrees, adding that Lake Superior is a whole different beast for ice anglers.
It's deeper, which causes a lot more current, so if you do go in, unfortunately, it could be a pretty sketchy situation depending on the water conditions that day, and like I said, it's pretty unpredictable.
Ennis says most of the ice that's off the lake walk in Duluth is broken up in chunks right now. While it may be thick enough to support you, there is still a high risk of the chunks floating away. Houston agrees and wants people to remember that when you venture out on the ice, you're putting not only your own life at risk, but others as well.
It is so dangerous that you're really, you're putting not only yourself in harm's way, but people that might have to come rescue you. You're putting them kind of people in harm's way too.
If you do venture out on the ice, both those that we spoke with recommended having a spud bar and a flotation device on you at all times. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Bear Grease 120 teams crossed the finish line earlier this morning. How the conditions impacted the race coming up next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Angie's Closet is a consignment boutique that carries designer brand women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. We feature fashionable accessories, locally made candles, and more. We are honored to have been voted the best consignment store in the Northland for 2020. Angie's Closet appreciates you shopping local. Shop in-store, online, or curbside pickup. Tower Avenue, Superior.
I'm Steve Scooby. I'm one of the general surgeons at St. Luke's. I love being a surgeon, and I take my job very seriously. But it's always nice to go home and spend time with my children and focus on having a balance between being at work and spending time with my family. Like most surgeons, I really enjoy being in the operating room. However, I think the best part of my job is being in clinic and seeing patients come back to me fixed and feeling better. Knowing that they're doing well after surgery is really satisfying to me.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
Our schools provide so much more than just learning support.
The school year didn't start out the way that we wanted it to, but who's to say it won't be better at the end?
We need to slow the spread so our economy has a chance to recover.
So our kids can be in school and be on the ice.
And we can keep our friends and families safe. For our students and teachers.
For our essential workers.
For the people you love.
Thank you for doing your part. Go Hunters!
It is the question that matters the most, that takes you behind the story.
It is a new day in America.
It drives everything we do. It is the foundation of trust and the truth that propels us forward.
What did you make of that?
It is the question. One word, 3 letters long. And without it, our purpose...
Don't forget this moment. Don't forget it.
And our freedom fade. This is why.
RJ Sport, first annual in-house boat show, February 15th through the 20th.
Don't let the weather ruin your day.
Covered by a winter storm watch.
Dave Anderson, Caitlin Moffat, and Peter Kavitkauskas. The CBS 3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms. Dave CBS 3 Sports is brought to you by St. Luke's.
Bear Grease 120 teams crossed the finish line at the Trestle Inn early this morning. The mid-distance racers took off from Billy's Bar in Duluth yesterday and raced throughout the night until they made it to Finland, Minnesota. Erin Schuweiler defended her title as the 120 champion. The Irma, Wisconsin native crossed the finish line just before 6 o'clock this morning, finishing the race in 18 hours and 57 minutes. Dusty Clavin of Togo ran her 10th mid-distance race this year. She finished 8th in just under 20 hours. She says the fresh batch of snow slowed things down, but at the end of the day was just happy to be out there racing.
It was a slow trail. We've seen better trails. It wasn't snowing and it wasn't blowing. It was a good day. It could have been a little colder, but it's the same trail for everybody.
Clavin says that she will be back again next year to run the 120. For a full list of mid-distance placements and a current leaderboard, we have a link on our website. Still ahead in sports, Duluth East welcomes in Cloquet Esco Carleton for some Monday night hockey. Kelly has the details coming up next.
Hi,
I'm Deb. By April 2016, I had lost 85 pounds. It was a very easy program to do. Blood pressure has gone way down. I feel great.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Here are some quick tips for a safer shopping experience. Though reusable bags are great for the environment, they can be a carrier for bacteria. Before shopping, please wash all bags. Try to keep 6 feet or 2 shopping carts of distance between you and other shoppers. Plan ahead so your trip can be quick and efficient. Though cash is accepted at most businesses, cash can transfer bacteria. When possible, try to use cards to lessen the risk of spreading illness. With your help, we can keep our neighbors healthy and workers safe.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
The health of the Iron Range is our passion. That's why at Fairview Range, we do everything we can to keep our community healthy and safe. Our compassionate team is always here for you and for each other. No matter what, we step up because that's just what we do. We are here for you, always. Fairview Range, we're here.
This year's been just a huge year. We've had everything going on with the pandemic. It's hard to not have your heart go out to those people, the millions that have been impacted by that. That's why we do what we do, to try and keep people in the know. What's going on with this? When is it going to end? When's the vaccine going to be here? How is this impacting you? Where are resources to help you get through the pandemic and keep you and your family safe through all of this?
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to live local CBS3.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Being overweight may lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, a weakened immune system, and can make COVID-19 even more risky. At Healthy Systems USA, get your free weight loss consultation from the comfort of your own home. Call or go to healthysystemsusa.com.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, hockey schedules look a little different this year for obvious reasons. Everything is localized, and teams here in the Northland will be getting very familiar with each other as the season goes on. Tonight was already the second of 3 meetings between Duluth East and Cloquet Esco Carleton tonight at the Heritage Center. First goal comes just a few minutes in. Cole Christian redirects a shot in front. Greyhounds setting the tone early. Just 3 minutes later, how's this for a pass? Grady Downs goes nearly the entire sheet for Cole Christian. Caden Nelson is the trailer, and he makes it a 2-0 game. But that is all they'd get for a while. CEC answered right back. They were throwing a lot of pucks at the net. Jackson Oakes through traffic, and it's back to a 1-goal game. Stayed 2-1 all the way until the third, when Randolph's boys said, hey, let's finish this thing. Wyatt Peterson, the freshman, scores 3. Christian adds 2 more for a hat trick, and the Hounds win 5-1 the final. Elsewhere, Hibbing Chisholm took down Proctor 7-2. Senior Connor Willard finished with 5 goals, 2 of which were shorthanded. And how about those Bulldogs? 2 weekend sweeps in a row and looking solid out on the ice. The UMD men's hockey team has really turned it up lately. And as you would expect, they're once again rising in the national rankings. The Bulldogs are up to number 5 in the latest USCHO poll. The second straight week, they've bumped up 1 spot after their 2-game sweep in Miami. UMD sits at 10-5-2 overall. They continue their streak of breaking the top 20 every single week since March 7th, 2016. And some Bulldogs also collected some weekly awards from the NCHC. Ryan Fanti was named goaltender of the week after stopping 46 of 50 shots on the weekend, while defenseman, Ham Lake native, and Andover alum Wyatt Kaiser was named Rookie of the Week. He had 5 blocked shots and an assist. I went to Andover. The Dogs are back at home this weekend against the team that they swept this past weekend. Miami and UMD take the ice for puck drop on Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 4 p.m. Both games you can catch on the My9 Sports Network. And this weekend, it will be a historic Super Bowl, to say the least. It's the first time one of the teams will play in its home stadium, the first Super Bowl appearance for Tom Brady in a uniform that isn't the Patriots, and the first time that women will fill more roles on the field than ever before. According to the NFL, for the first time, there will be 6 women in on-field roles during the game, including 2 trainers for the Chiefs and official Sarah Thomas. Thomas made headlines recently when she was selected to be part of the officiating crew for the Super Bowl. She will be the down judge in the crew of 8 officials. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2 female coaches that will serve in their first Super Bowl as well.
Where the guys have it sort of automatically in the coaching tree. You know, I coached with him at this college. He and I played high school ball together, and they sort of have that automatic connection. Ours has to be built. So it's been nice to be on the forefront of the building of the framework for the rest of the women coaches that are going to be coming in behind us.
And finally, in the NBA tonight, Milwaukee Drew Holiday leads the way with 22 points in the Bucks' 134-106 win. Meanwhile, Minnesota falls to 5-15 with that 2-point loss to Cleveland. The clock is on for Ryan Saunders and his job. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Don't avoid care during COVID-19. Ask your doctor how to stay heart healthy.
Menards has the flooring options to make your house feel like your home. And whether you're looking for that elegant, timeless look, a bold and contemporary style, or a sense of comfort, with thousands of options to choose from, we've got you covered. We carry top quality brands in a variety of styles, colors, and patterns, so you'll find that perfect fit for every room. Check out all the flooring options at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Mount Royal Market has express online shopping. Shop online and select your items. Your personal shopper carefully gathers everything on your list. Schedule your pickup and we deliver right to your car. Express online shopping from Mount Royal Market. Let us take care of you.
Attention Zantac users. The FDA requested manufacturers to pull Zantac and products containing ranitidine off the market, noting exposure to unacceptable levels of a cancer-causing agent. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with cancer after regular use of Zantac or ranitidine products, you might be entitled to financial compensation. If you have any of these cancers, time is critical. Call now for a free consultation. If you don't win, you pay nothing.
Call 800-617-7458.
It is the question that matters the most. That takes you behind the story. Robert. It is the question. And without it, our purpose
That's news.
and our freedom fade. This is why.
When most people have ended their day, ours is just starting. Good morning. I'm Jenna Wells. When news and weather happen overnight, we're there.
As stories break in your neighborhood,
you can count on us to bring you the details.
For scores and more, we've got you covered. Hi, I'm Kelly Hinsett.
Why? Because the news that matters to you matters to us.
Plus, this is our home, too.
We're live.
We're local. We're CBS3.
The final Sunday of football is the biggest of them all. An epic matchup between the kid who's changing the game and the legendary quarterback. Mahomes and the defending champion Chiefs against Brady and the Bucks. Super Bowl 55, Sunday on CBS.
Then watch your local news with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Mack, Dave Anderson, and Kelly Hinsett on Live Local CBS3. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
Tomorrow is the day we find out how much longer it will be before spring arrives. That's right, it's Groundhog Day. Every year on February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil emerges, and if he sees his shadow, spring will arrive early. But if he doesn't see it, winter will persist for another 6 months. Phil has predicted 103 forecasts for winter and just 17 for an early spring. His accuracy is estimated to be about 35 to 40%, somewhere in there. It's hard to determine his exact accuracy because what constitutes an early spring is not clearly defined. Dave, no matter what happens tomorrow, we've got a cold stretch of days coming up this weekend.
You know, you get 50% accuracy by flipping a coin.
That's a good point.
So flipping my coin, here's what I figure for tomorrow. High temp at 26 with partial sunshine in the afternoon, cloudier come Wednesday. Then Thursday we get a chance for 2 to 4 inches of snow, which is then followed by a big Arctic outbreak with temperatures going below zero through the weekend, even for the Twin Ports.
Brr. That's your news on this Monday. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.